Now move on to a fireside chat, and this is on the role of packaging in logistics industry, preventing losses and enhancing efficiency. Yes, packaging of products can not only optimize space and improve handling efficiency, but it can also directly impact customer satisfaction thanks to the visual and physical condition of the packaged products. In this fireside chat, we have Mr. Suresh Bansal, the founder and CEO of DCGPAC. And hosting this fireside chat is Mr. Avijit Mukherjee. With his extensive experience and the deep insights into the logistics sector, Mr. Mukherjee will guide us through this engaging discussion. Please put your hands together and welcome on stage Mr. Suresh Bansal and Mr. Avijit Mukherjee. So I'll hand it over to Mr. Avijit Mukherjee and would request him to please stir this discussion.
Hi, good afternoon. This is a fireside chat, and I can assure you it will be real fiery. With extensive experience of Mr. Bansal and his passion and his commitment, conviction, I'm sure you will also, he will put the stage on the fire. He has some effect which is induced effect. If you are with him, you are also on fire all the time. I can assure you. So be ready. Just to introduce Mr. Bansal, he has over 3 decades of experience in IT, logistics, and packaging. He has been a serial entrepreneur. He has created IT company. He has been director of biggest logistic company in India. And now he has created, not in India, he has stayed in India, UK, US. So he brings here the global experience, various sector experience. So I'm sure this should be a good learning for all of us. And welcome, Mr. Bansal. So to start with Mr. Bansal, you have over 3 decades of experience in running an IT company, then building and helping logistic company like DTDC, and now moving into packaging solution. Can you tell us a bit about your journey and role of packaging in the logistic industry?
Thank you, Avijit. Good afternoon, everybody. All are in good energy? Yes, absolutely. So, Avijit, about my journey, you already spoken, and I think I can skip that. Regarding the packaging, yes, it's absolutely critical to the logistic industry. This is a subject which was always neglected. I don't think anybody thought about logistic conference having a packaging as a subject. Very similar to drivers being a subject in logistic conference, right? We just saw before lunch how the truck chalak is so important and critical to the life of logistic industry. So is the packaging. Friends, our entire operations, warehousing, fulfillment, transportation, logistics, last mile delivery, everything relies on the kind and size of parcels we deal with. We never see product inside the parcel. What we see is the exterior packaging. And all our operation flows deal with the packaging, day in, day out. If the packaging is good, our life is good. If the packaging is bad, God save us. We have numerous problems. We never thought that packaging is our problem. We always thought packaging is the responsibility of the consignor, and whatever parcels come to our hubs, our warehouses, we're supposed to deal with them and we handle them. Let me give you 2 very small examples to amplify what I'm trying to say. Let's say in a transport hub or in a express hub, a truck is getting unloaded, and there are a number of boxes which are getting unloaded. The labor or the loader or unloader will usually put it on a pallet, and you put 6, 8, 10, 20 boxes on one on top of the other. And then with the help of forklift or with the MHE, you want to take it from the ramp to the put away place. Can 1 or 2 parcels fall out? Is it possible? Yes. It happens every day in our hubs. That some of the parcel will fall. And what will happen to this parcel? Will it stay cool? Will it burst? Will it break? Will the contents come out of the parcel? If that happens, what do you do? In a logistic hub, you don't carry packaging stations, you don't have packaging arrangement. This was a lot of 50 boxes under one consignment note, and now you have a problem with 2 boxes which are damaged. What do? You repack them? Do you have the boxes? Do you have a carton of the same size? If it's a printed carton of the brand, where do you get the carton? So do you hold the entire lot because a new carton will come and you can pack it? Can you send a parcel back midway? Let's say you are transiting a parcel from Ludhiana to Chennai, and the parcel breaks in your Bangalore hub. What do you do with this parcel? Will you do a short delivery? What happened to the invoice, the e-way bill? Will the consignee receive the short delivery? So it's a big problem. Take another example of a packaging product which costs only 50 paisa. A 50 paisa packaging product, if not up to the mark, can create havoc with the logistics industry, with your parcel. Take a shipping label. What if the adhesive of the shipping label is not good quality? The consignor has put the shipping label, or your hub has put the shipping label, and the label comes out. Or the label doesn't come out, the quality of the paper or the thermal quality is very bad, so the printing goes away, or the parcel got rubbed with another parcel and the address is now not readable, the barcode is not scannable. What happened to this parcel? This becomes unidentified parcel and goes to your held up department. Would you agree that almost every single logistic company has a large held up department, and as of today we are talking, there are millions of parcels lying in the held up department unidentified, just because the marking is gone or the shipping label is gone. So is this relevant to us?
Yes.
Is this critical to us?
Yes, very
it
much.
is very much.
Everybody will be able to relate to it.
So our entire life, our entire operation process or planning, the success of our operation rotates around the quality of the packaging we receive. If we deal with a good quality, good brand who knows how to do the packaging, our life is very good. But what happens to 10 million MSMEs who have no idea how to do a packaging? They don't know how their parcel will get transported. And we at logistic companies, we receive all. We welcome all. We seldom refuse a parcel because of the poor packaging. And that's the reason I said it's so critical.
Yeah, it is happening with all of us every day. But it's a really, I think, eye-opener. But now e-commerce is picking up. E-commerce is growing by leaps and bounds. So, Mr. Bansal, with the growth of e-commerce, especially small parcels, what problem does the e-commerce industry face due to poor packaging quality?
So, Avijit, it's the same problem as you face with the large cartons, B2B cartons. Only thing is the volumes are very large, huge. Numbers are big. And customers are unforgiving. No customer would like to receive an e-commerce parcel which is damaged or contents are missing. And when you are dealing with e-commerce parcels, millions of parcels, and if the quality of the parcel is poor, they're all subject to tampering, pilferage, damages, which leads to a customer satisfaction problem. Big problem for each and every customer. One of the study by one of the big 3 companies in the e-commerce, they found that their courier package, which was flap sealed, could be easily opened with a knife. The content can be replaced, and what customer receives is a different product than what was shipped by the e-commerce industry. So with the research, they replace all those courier bags with the flap seal concept, so that the parcel cannot be opened. Problem with e-commerce is that the e-commerce companies will usually put heavy penalties on the logistic industry, on the service provider, and not only they put a penalty, they will even deduct the value of the content which is lost or which is misplaced or which is damaged by the LSP. So there's massive loss. Whenever we see companies who deal with B2C parcels, you will see that there are a huge amount of settlements happen, huge amount of deductions happen by the e-commerce platforms. And there is a bigger problem on the RTO side. E-commerce is all prone to RTOs and return of parcels. Most of the packaging cannot withstand double logistics, that you can ship a parcel and you can bring it back. One of the studies showed that more than 30% pilferage happened in the RTO parcels. Because sometimes the customer opened the parcel, it gave it an open condition, there is no packaging available to pack it again. The RTO parcels come back to your hubs and the contents are coming out of it, they are kept somewhere and some content got mixed up, and net result is if you don't return them on time and you don't have them up to proper counting, then the deductions is paid by the logistic industry. So there are big losses because of the packaging to the logistic industry itself.
Yeah, there is another big implication to both logistic company and the e-commerce company is the customer dissatisfaction.
Yes.
I think that is even much bigger than this. Okay, now Mr. Bansal, you have shared the problems faced by the industry, by the company, by the customers. Can you just tell, with your experience, what are the suggestions or remedies to reduce or eliminate these issues?
So Avijit, basically, first of all, why does this problem happen? Because of lack of knowledge, lack of appreciation, lack of investment in the packaging side, and lack of training to the operation hubs. So both brand owner, product owner, manufacturer, consignor need to collaborate, and the logistic provider has to collaborate with each other. The brand owner must understand how their parcel will get transferred from location A to location B. How many times it will be touched, how many times it will be loaded, unloaded in their trucks, how it will be handled. Once they have the knowledge about how their parcel will be handled by the logistic company, they can plan and do a better packaging, quality packaging. A parcel going from one point to another point within New Delhi is different than a parcel going from Delhi to Kerala. When it will get loaded, unloaded in 6 places, and then the parcel has to withstand the quality of the packaging. So those are the problems.
So, yeah, I agree. So this has to be a collaboration or a teamwork between a product company, that is a customer, logistic partner, packaging partner. It has to be a total teamwork. That's
so
what
I will give you a case study when we saw these things happening in DTDC hubs. At one time I visited the logistic hub of SF Express in Shenzhen, and I saw in a big large hub there are conveyors which are sorting the parcels, but on one side there was a nameplate called hospital. And I was very curious, what is this hospital doing in a logistic hub? When I got closer to this place, I found that all the parcels which were broken, damaged, where the label has come out, the label was not readable, were all sent to the hospital to get it treated immediately so that it can go back to the journey of the parcels. So what they were doing, they had set up a nice packaging station, and they will do it in a real time. They will repack these parcels and then send them back. So when I came back from Shenzhen, we created something called packet stations. In DTDC, all the major hubs now have a packet stations where DCGPAC provides men, machine and material, where every single broken parcel can be sent to the packet station. It will get packed instantly and then it will go back to the journey of its own. In the last 5 to 7 years, I'm happy to inform that more than 150,000 parcels were repaired, and we could save ourselves from so much of damages and so many complaints from the customers and from the consignors. So it has been a very successful experience. I would suggest all the logistic companies to implement some kind of packaging station in your major hubs so that the parcels can be immediately packed, repaired, and they can be sent onward to the journey. Thank you.
This gives the actual flavor of his global knowledge of logistic industry. So now coming to a new topic, which is the talk of the town, is the sustainability. What are the recent trends in the sustainability in packaging, and what will be your suggestion to the audience here?
Avijit, the whole world is talking about sustainability. And they only see two large industries which they think is impacting the sustainability. One is the logistic transportation industry, and one is the packaging industry. Yeah. We already spoke about the sustainability for the logistic industry since morning. Yeah. And now we have a subject matter on the packaging. I think the awareness has only increased every single month, every single day, that the entire industry has to move together to adapt the sustainability practices in the packaging industry. We have seen over the last few years, a hard effort is made by the governments as well as by the industry to replace plastics with the sustainable packaging materials. We have seen different kind of materials being introduced for the sustainable packaging. Today we see food packaging, disposable food packaging from bagasse, from cornstarch, areca. We see cutlery made from bamboo, from wood. All of these are 100% biodegradable packaging products. More and more research is being done to create new materials. I know a company in Pune which has got over 100 patents that they have created packaging from seaweeds, which is absolutely green, and it does not even do deforestation for the paper. In paper we call it sustainable, but paper also takes away the wood, and therefore it is not fully sustainable. What they have done, the seaweed is available in abundant quantity, and they could create paper from seaweeds. They have also created bio coating for the food packages. It is 100% safe and 100% biodegradable. I know another project which is going on with IIT Madras, where they have used non-edible mushrooms to create a replacement of polystyrene. I met another company in Australia which has used the waste wool of the sheep to create pads and 100% biodegradable packaging material. So a lot of research is going on the new materials, Avijit. On the other hand, plastic itself is being made compostable by use of certain chemicals and certain vegetation. The plastic, which usually takes 500 years to 1,000 years to decompose, can now be decomposed within 180 days. If you saw the very lightweight poly bags in the malls, greenish type, they all are compostable plastic bags which are fully acceptable by the industry in India, in the US, in the UK. Fortunately, the costing has come down over the years, Avijit. It used to be 450 rupees a kg, now it's 250 rupees a kg. So the costs have come down also. On the other hand, every government is trying to reduce the use of plastic, reuse the plastic, recycle the plastic so that the plastic wastage is reduced. In the year 2022, UK made a law that all plastic brought into UK must have minimum 20% recycled material. If the plastic is virgin and it does not have recycled material, there is a 260 pound per ton tax, which they call it packaging tax, environment tax, which they put it on the plastic which is brought into the UK. This law is changed last July, and they have increased the recycled content to 30% now. At DCGPAC, we do 100% sustainable packaging as an exclusive partner for Myntra. We do sustainable packaging in plastics for Flipkart, as again a countrywide exclusive partner where we use 30% recycled material for the poly bags used by Flipkart. So like this, at DCGPAC, we run a very large innovation and design center. We run a sustainable packaging development center. We run a QC lab. So we are able to do a lot of research on the new materials, new packaging, new development, and we keep adding new and new products and industry practice to the packaging industry. Thank you.
Good suggestions for the sustainable packaging. So my takeaway from this sustainable packaging is, one, what Mr. Bansal has said, use sustainable, this whole sustainable journey of logistic actually becomes a sustainable vehicle carrying sustainable products packaged in a sustainable packaging. Then the entire sustainable journey gets completed,
Absolutely.
I suppose. And what Mr. Bansal said, 3R principle, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Correct.
So just taking away from the subject, Mr. Bansal, and I know he is so passionate about his work. If you are in touch with him, you get a mail at morning 5 o'clock also. So he is active. I don't know how come
Thank you.
in the evening and in the morning. So I'll just want to take your suggestion on how do you manage work-life balance. This is more personal.
I think, Avijit, health is number one issue and must be a number one issue with every single one. I believe that my health is in my hands and I have to make sure that how I grow up is for the longevity and for the good health of myself, good thinking, and you always say a beautiful mind stays in a beautiful body. So for many years, for last 25, 30 years, I do a lot of meditation. I have gone to Vipassana, I have gone to Jindal, I have gone to Ananda, I have gone to several places. I've learned the art of living. So 30 years I have been doing meditation, I do yoga. And in DCGPAC, every single day we have a yoga session just before lunch. So that people are, now got tired from their work. Morning they were fresh. And there's one more half day coming up where you need another fresh approach. So we do a 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes yoga just before lunch. So it cuts you off from the busy schedule and give you a quiet mind to rethink and re-energize for your second half of the day. It has worked very well. We also have in DTDC also, our chairman carries a Health for Life. In DCGPAC also we carry Health for Life group. Every single employee participates. Every single employee takes a resolution about the health for the week, for the month, what they will do, what they will not do this week, this month. And that's how I think it is our duty not only to keep a good health, but also to motivate others to keep good health. Thank you.
So I'm sure everybody has some takeaway from this fire chat session from Mr. Bansal. And now we have, because of limitation time, we can take 1 or 2 questions if you want anything to Mr. Bansal. Thank you, Mr.
I'm
Bansal.
available, so we
Thanks
can
for
talk.
your...
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bansal, and thank you, sir, for this fireside chat. I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Naresh Sharma of CCI and Mr. Prem Prakash of Million Minds. I request him to please present our speakers with mementos. A memento for Mr. Suresh Bansal and a memento for Mr. Avijit Mukherjee.